Tonight in the Invention Laboratory, we take a look at private label product development and how it stacks up against traditional product development. For years, if you wanted a product on store shelves with your name on it, you had no choice but to go through the traditional channels. It was pricey, time-consuming, and there was no guarantee that your product would ever have a chance to sell to consumers. In recent years, private label product development has dominated the third-party market, as well as given large corporations the ability to pump out thousands of new products per year without having to undergo traditional R&D processes. There are millions of products manufactured every day that are available to the masses. Manufacturers have catalogs overflowing with options that only need two more pieces to the puzzle: your interest and the company name that you intend to slap on the box. You can only reinvent the wheel so often, and there's a plethora of products that are not protected by patents. So what exactly is private label product development? Private label products are those manufactured or provided by a contract manufacturer, and they're sold under another company brand, most commonly a retail brand. So instead of buying other companies' brand names and paying higher costs due to associated brand and advertising fees, retailers will only need to pay a contract manufacturer for producing and delivering it to the store. This results in a lower cost private label or store brand alternative to those hired national brands. When retailers decide to launch a new private label product or brand, the right product mix can mean everything for the success of a product line. For example, a kids-specific private label clothing line is considered a lucrative addition to a retail space. After all, kids continue to grow and they need to buy new clothes faster than adults, so parents are often looking for deals that are a low-cost alternative to those name brands. Another example is phone accessories. Brand names can be quite expensive, but Amazon Basics, which is a private label brand of Amazon, has a line of excellent electronics accessories that are high quality but lower than the national brands. Quality is another topic that's become the focus in recent years. Yes, there are still some people and companies that are simply looking to flood the market with cheap alternatives to make a quick dollar. That being said, there are also some brands that depend on their solid reputation in the marketplace, so they've also uncovered an opportunity in the same space. More U.S. retailers started creating premium quality private label products. Premium private labels are quite different from the national brand equivalent private labels, and they also offer great profitability opportunities for not only themselves, but manufacturers alike. They've found ways to increase the value on existing products by repacking the items as a kit or stepping up the quality of materials during manufacturing so that they outlast the other competitors in the market. Some have even been able to charge more than the going rate because of those adjustments. Private label products usually have lower prices than the big name brands. Manufacturers have to compete with each other in order to earn retailers' businesses, and that gives way to favorable negotiation processes for retailers, resulting in an increased profitability. From the consumer's perspective, private label products are a lower cost alternative, and they're also starting to meet and in some cases beat consumer quality expectations. However, as retailers figure out how to scale their private label operations, they must look for innovative ways to manage an increased amount of suppliers, increase speed to market, and also manage samples, quality, and production all the way through delivery. In the end, retailers and brands only provide options to consumers, but choosing what products or brands to purchase, it's still decided by the customer, and that's why one of the biggest needs is to continue bringing new product innovations to market ahead of the competition and also ahead of consumer expectations. So traditional product development will always be necessary. Though this model of product development is cheaper in the long run, it's a perpetual race to the bottom in price. If you and 300 other creators are selling the same barcode scanner, eventually the supply will outweigh the demand. Even if you catch trends early, eventually your brand will be the only selling point. Using this avenue as a way to fund other inventions or product development endeavors is a valuable tool, but due to the constant state of churn, it's a full-time job to constantly move inventory. I'm saying that it's difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible. I actually know a lot of people that only operate as private label product developers. They've run the gamut of their creativity with developing items that are new and novel, and they've found comfort in the ever-changing landscape of private label product development. For those of you thinking, wait a minute, this isn't real inventing, I'll leave you with this story. I was taught this information from a previous employer and a longtime friend. If you've ever purchased a product from Craftsman or Black & Decker, chances are you're buying the same product with a different color scheme and branding. Both companies' tools are manufactured by a company called Danco. What separated those two giants was customer loyalty and service offerings like a lifetime warranty. This should give you a better understanding of product development alternatives and how they affect the market, buyers, sellers, manufacturers, and consumers alike. Development can take many shapes, and you choose what works best for you. Bringing value to the marketplace is no longer reserved for the 1%. Your ability to sell a claw hammer, the same claw hammer that's being produced for every hardware store in the country, is highly dependent on your relationships. Part of the sale is relying on your word regarding quality and your willingness to make it right if there's any unforeseen issues in the future. You've already got the advantage of a lower price than those traditional brand names. Backing it up with a warranty or a coupon code on multiples will let you pass that savings on to your customers. The list of advantages are endless, but it's not for everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 17, and as always, reach out to me with any questions you'd like to have answered in future episodes. Until next time, take care.